just meters from where I am right now, I've got my staff on the phone already having to pick up the pieces of what has just happened in Parliament today. The government has shamefully turned its back on the will of the people, has shamefully turned its back on the medical needs of Sikh refugees, and brokered a secret deal that we don't know the details of to scrap Medevac. Right now, our staff are the front line having to try to explain to Sikh refugees in Papua New Guinea and Nauru why this government would want to return to the dark days of neglect, why this government would want to return to days where politicians instead of doctors made medical decisions, why this government would want them to suffer anymore after 6 years of neglect. What I need most importantly, first of all, is for the refugees in Papua New Guinea and Nauru to know is that we are going nowhere. We are there for you. And if you have any questions or concerns, you've got our team's WhatsApp and email. Reach out to us. We are there, as are the doctors and lawyers. What I want our donors and supporters to know is that while this is a dark day, while the true villains here are Peter Dutton and Scott Morrison, while this is a dark day for the moral conscience and national values of this nation, I want you to know that we are determined to fight even harder, that we are hurting and angry just like you, but we vow to push and fight even harder for not just the medical care of all the Sikh refugees still there, and once we know the details of this deal, we'll share them with you, but to fight for the safe resettlement of all refugees. Nothing that happened today in Parliament erases what we have already achieved together. We have already won in so many ways. Hundreds of people's lives have been saved. Dozens of deaths have been stopped. The national tide of public opinion is now on our side. 63% of Australians wanted Medevac saved, and our government didn't listen to the will of the people. 50 plus thousands of you signed petitions. Hundreds and hundreds of you made phone calls to politicians. People slept out on the lawns of Parliament. And the local people in Tasmania did all they could to convince Jackie Lambie. You donated to our Medevac appeal, and we're going to keep doing our work. We've already committed to pushing through into 2020 for those who supported us. But right now, take that anger and do something positive with it. Get on the phone to Peter Dutton and Scott Morrison and tell them, well, what's your plan? Take up New Zealand's offer to safely resettle refugees. Get behind us, chip in and donate to us right now. We're going to fight harder than ever before, and we've just been tasked with the responsibility of being the front line for every single Sikh refugee left in Papua New Guinea and Nauru. We're going to have to be at the other end of that phone telling people not to lose hope, and they're not going to, because we're not going to, and we together are going to win this. Nothing changes the extraordinary moral victory that we've achieved together. Stand with us, advocate, mobilize and donate to us. We promise to keep fighting the good fight together. Together we are on the right side of history, and what has happened in Parliament today doesn't change that, and only makes us more determined to keep fighting on. Thank you, everyone.